Hey everybody, it's Dave here with Climb in the Pocket, and we're about to start a new feature called the Vikings Daily SITREP. Name comes from my old military days, and it hopefully, like back then, will increase your situational awareness of what's happening with this team we all want to love. But first, let's talk about last night during the Mike Zimmer press conference, where he appeared to most everybody to throw Kellen Mond under the bus. Are you good with that? It is time for Climbing the Pocket's Vikings Daily SITREP. Jason has joined me this morning. He wants to talk about Mike Zimmer's press conference.
Yeah, it's true. Dave, thanks for getting up early with me. And as always, CTP fam, thanks for joining us. Before we get going, if you haven't already, you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, ring the bell. As you know, the Viking season has come to a close. We are still just ramping up. We're planning on bringing you more content every day throughout the off season. So go ahead and subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, thanks for being a part of the family. And with all those pleasantries out of the way,
And
Dave,
always
let's do this.
Join the conversation.
It's true. It's true. We love to get in there and chat with y'all. So please do join the conversation. Yeah, Dave. We had a show last night, and during the show, Flip read us a quote that has now gone somewhat viral through Vikings Twitter from the Zimmer press conference, in which he's asked, I believe, by Courtney Cronin, do you think we should get a look at Kellen Mond in Week 18? And Zimmer basically says, not particularly. Like, he's not interested in getting a look at Kellen Mond. And so another reporter, after like an awkward silence in the press conference, jumps in and says,
why not Kellen Mond?
Why wouldn't you? Week 18, season's over, sort of thing. And Zimmer responds, well, I see him every day in practice. And that was the thing I wanted to talk about today, because, in the moment, it was such a ridiculous kind of quote that we all had a good chuckle about it. Just like, I can't believe he said that, sort of thing. Like, he just kind of caught us all off guard. And in the wake of that just embarrassing game, I think we were just looking for something to laugh about. But like, having the opportunity to maybe take a step back, rewatch the press conference this morning, watch some of the other press conferences from the other players, Patrick Peterson, Sean Mannion, and others. I don't know. It just left a really bad taste in my mouth. Like, this is the leader of our team. And yeah, I know that Zim can be out there, can be blunt with the press and things like that. But it was just really disappointing to see Zimmer just throw his young quarterback under the bus like that. Like, I understand being upset. I understand being emotional after a tough loss, tough season, tough many seasons. Maybe his job is on the line and all of those things. And so, like, initially in the short term, it's like maybe you want to give him a pass. But then I see, Sean Mannion go out there and take all the hard questions, take it on the chin, and answer like a professional. Not throw anyone under the bus, take responsibility for the things they didn't do well enough, give real answers as to what was going on. You see Patrick Peterson go out there sounding like he's the head coach of the team, talking about the changes that are going to be coming in for the future and how there's going to need to be some real soul searching and guys need to go inward and really rally and decide the kind of players that they want to be as you head into the next week and start to think about the off season. That's leadership. Then you got Mike Zimmer, whose press conference was just him throwing Clint Kubiak under the bus, throwing Kellen Mond under the bus, saying that they needed to run the ball more often when Dalvin Cook was averaging 1.7 yards per carry in the game. And like, I'm not going to lie, Dave, it was incredibly frustrating and very disappointing. And I'm sorry, like, it just seems like he has nothing left to offer in terms of inspiration or messaging. And we're at a point now where he's upset and everyone is being thrown under the bus all the time. And this is something he's done throughout his tenure that I haven't particularly thought to be, the hallmark of great leadership, is just, I'm publicly shaming people because in my view, you praise in public, you scold behind the scenes in private, you keep that stuff in the family. And it could have just been something as easy as, we don't want to throw Kellen into a situation that he's not prepared for. We really want to make sure that we get him all the reps that he needs so he's in a position to be successful when he gets out there, which is saying the same thing without basically coming to everyone and being like, this kid sucks, so we're not going to play him. Sorry. You know, like, I don't know, Dave, am I overreacting on this? I guess, what was your thoughts? You know, first reading the quote and then going back and watching the press conference with Zim just out there, basically, yeah, just taking shots at everyone and then grumpily storming off the stage.
Well, I think Mike Zimmer knows this is the end. You saw at the end of the press conference, his eyes were tearing up. He knows he's gone. Whether it's today, which I doubt, or next Monday, which is more likely, Mike Zimmer's tenure in Minnesota will be done. And I think that's got him upset. And rightfully so. I mean, you invest
Absolutely.
8 years of your
Absolutely.
life,
Your eyes,
in the hours
health.
of, you know, what it takes to be a head coach, and the eye. And I mean, and there are still players that will follow him anywhere. But it's never been that perfect match at quarterback or on the offense. I mean, because he's always standoffish on the offense. It's not just quarterback. It's most of the offense. And that has not worked. So I think, if you want to say his reaction last night was a little immature, it was for a leader. He shouldn't have done that. Now, there are ways to send shots across the bow and not appear to be petty. Last night was somewhat petty. I understand that's Mike, that he's going to tell you straight out. You know, he has answered the question, do you want to see him play? No, he sucks. and go on. But that's not the way it's supposed to work, Mike. You're in a very public profession. It's not like you're running a construction company and you're about to fire a general manager because he sucks or whatever, or some third stringer that comes up and pounds nails. You're out in the middle of everywhere, and you've got to keep that in mind when you are out speaking to people in public. We all make this mistake, and it showed poorly on Mike, and that may cost him his next job. I mean, we all expect Mike to be in the league next year. He will definitely be at least a defensive coordinator because he does do that well. Whether he gets a head coach now, if some owner looked at that and said, hey, you're going to throw somebody under the bus every time you get? No.
Especially after your defense gives up 37. Like, come on, man. It's not that you didn't run the ball enough that your defense gave up 37 points. Like,
right, yeah.
Come on, man. Like, come on. Like, it was your choice to play Sean Mannion. Not that there was a better option, but again, those choices were out of his hand. But, like, I don't know. I get you're disappointed, but you're the head coach of this entire football team. Let's take some ownership of that, and let's not be, well, we just didn't run the ball enough. Like, we gave up on the run too much. Like, we know who you're talking about, Mike. Take ownership. We got our asses handed to us by a very talented team, and he did kind of say a little bit of that in there before promptly spinning to tossing his young quarterback under the bus. But that's it. That's all. We don't need to belabor the point or keep this thing going for too long, Dave. I just really wanted to hop on and get that off my chest because I do think Zim is a great coach. I do think he's a great leader. But this was not Zimmer showcasing the leadership that I would expect from the person who's going to take our team to the promised land, coming in and just basically pointing fingers at everybody, throwing people under the bus, especially after the side of the ball that you are the one curating and spending all of your time and attention on gives up 37 points to a division rival.
Especially as long as he's been in the league and as old as he is, he should know better. He shouldn't be an ass on the way out the door.
Absolutely. Well, that is it. Thanks for riding with us. Thanks for coming through. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, join the conversation. We love all of y'all. We'll be doing videos like this throughout the entire off season as things pop up. Dave and I will be hopping on to make sure that you are aware of all the things going in and around the Vikings this off season, sharing our favorite articles from the favorite people who are covering the team, who are in the locker room, who are around, the people in the know. So we'll be bringing you these short videos throughout the off season. Drop us a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you want us to cover in the next one. And Skol.
Look forward
Dave?
to change.
Play the
Because it's
music,
coming
Dave.
for our team. It's a new chapter, baby. A new chapter's about to turn. And we'll be here for it. And we can get excited about it because it's new. Everybody likes
There it
new
is.
toys. With that, everybody, Skol Vikings!
Play the music.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And if you're listening on your favorite aggregator, make sure you rate us. And always feel free to join the conversation here at Climbing the Pocket. Skol, everybody.